Hi Capricorn, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at TarotbyAnisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. And this is your monthly forecast for September 2014. Capricornians, we begin this month with 3 planets that are going to be getting active. We have the lovely Venus, and she's going to be transiting Virgo. We then have Mars that is going active in Sagittarius. We finally wrap up the month with Pluto that is going direct on the 22nd. We begin this month with a gorgeous Venus, and she is transiting a part of your chart that has to do with expansion. It has to do with flexibility of the mind. It has to do with long distance travel. It has to do with dealing with people who are not from the same country as you are. Hence expansion and broadening of the mind. You will be very keen to learn about different cultures, different lifestyles, and I think a lot of you will also be taking a journey to enhance your knowledge as to whether it is to be adding to your current workplace. You could be traveling on work, or you could be undertaking that travel more. It will be like a historical excursion. You could also be interested, Capricornians, in somebody who's not from this country, and you may just fall in love with somebody who has just come visiting your country, and you could be really attracted to this person. And some of you could also be taking a class, or whether it has to do with a different language, it has to do with a different cuisine. But a lot of you are going to be trying, experimenting and doing different things which don't have to do with your culture or with your country. You could be it in a form of, whether it's teaching, it's a linguist, or it's maybe even a pilot, who knows. You're going to be finding pleasure in expanding your mind and having experiences that allow you to learn and teach others, Capricornians. A taste of exotic holds during this cycle, and the routine normal stuff is just not going to be holding your attention anymore. Mars is going to be transiting Sagittarius, and this is covering a part of your chart that has to do with behind the scenes, and this cycle transit begins from the second week, that is around the 12th of September, and it would see you retreating. You will not want to be that much around people. You would want to be researching, studying, doing work which is behind the scenes. And you will find, some of you could find that being among people is extremely draining. So you are going to consciously be staying away from people and, socializing. When I'm saying from people, it does not really mean a hibernation. Though some of you could get onto that hibernation mode and just go away for a meditation camp or maybe a yoga camp. But for some of you, you may decide to just work in silo at your home, do some research, dig some more on something, maybe a project that you don't want to involve others on. This is also a time where working alone, you will find the best of solutions that you've been looking for the longest of time, and you would want to be sort of, like I said, not share the details about the project, about what it is that you've been working on. So that's quite all it is. Well, this is a very extremely an imaginative and a creative phase for you, Capricornian. So go all ahead and explore and experiment with the project that you've been working on your own. Now, Pluto is going to be going direct towards the end of the month, that is the 22nd, and Pluto is a planet of transformation and truth. And the thing with Pluto is that it works in extremes. And unlike Saturn, which is a hard taskmaster and keeps making you go back to the blackboard every time that you make a mistake, the Plutonian energy works in highs and lows. So whether you like it or not, Pluto is going to be showing you a mirror this month and showing you exactly how and where that you stand, or what is it that you need to be make changes as far as your life is concerned. And Pluto is transiting a part of your chart that has to do with you, yourself, your dreams, your desires, who it is that you are, how it is that you want to project yourself to the world outside, how it is that you perceive yourself, and how it is that you want to be perceived. So very interesting thing. And this aspect also suggests that you can take control of your life, Capricornians, and you don't have to sort of hand over the power to anyone anymore. And for those of you who have not been doing or have not been working for a long time, and this has to do with slightly older people as well, this energy will allow you to sort of start something new, start maybe a small a small business from home, a small, it can, whether it's catering of food or it is just designing or doing something that you used to enjoy and love doing way back. So use this energy productively and take control back of your life, Capricornians. You can also see people for who they are this month and understand as to what it is that makes them tick and how it is that they view life. So very interesting facet. I think a lot of times we spend our lifetime trying to understand and see people and finally when the layers come off of who they really are. But this month it is, you won't have that much of a tough time trying to put or rather pin people down for who and what they are. Try and avoid, however, getting your backup or getting into or viewing life as a battleground. Everybody is not out to get you, Capricornians. I think for a lot of you, you have been working on a defense mode, and this especially has to do with your workplace, work relationships and your personal relationships. Some of you may lose some very dear friends because of a certain attitude that you have had, which is... also, I would say is something that you will regret, but it's really a time going forward that you don't get, or you don't behave or react or rather respond in a very defensive mode. There are no conspiracies that are being hatched behind your back, and no one is sort of out there to replace you or get your chair or take your place in life or where it is and what it is that you do. It's a good time, however, to transform yourself or your life in some way and take back control and get below the surface of things that matter, Capricornian. And Plutonian energy, it does two things, Capricornians. It either transforms the situation or it transforms you, and it's always better to take control and transform things the way that they work best for you. So use the Plutonian energy well and make those changes which are really required. So interesting month, Capricornians, for you. Try not to sort of be on besides of course the expansion and broadening of the mind and chances of falling in love with somebody who's not from this country. Try and ensure that you are not working constantly, or you're not on a high horse, or like I said, always treating life as a battleground that, oh God, you need to be getting out, you need to be doing so much, and so many people are out to get you, and you are the one who has to do X, Y, Z and all. Relax and transform that mindset that you have. And I would also say Plutonian energy also is when the transit happens, it normally mirrors something which is really, really deep set. So it could be merely reflecting something which has been there since you were a child. Maybe there's a fear of constantly not having people whom you can depend on, and you've always had to fend for yourself, or so take control this life. So have a great September, Capricornians. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again.